Hey, you got to watch your life. You got to look out and see what's going on, man. It's important. People are watching. People are counting on you. That's right. Let's go. All right, today we're going to be in the book of Acts, and this is Paul. He's talking to some elders at a church in Ephesus. Ephesus was out there kind of in Greece. This is, Paul kind of went to those different places. This is Acts 20:28. And I think his words are for all of us as well, especially dads. Man, I'm talking to you. Guys, I'm talking to you. Moms, I'm talking to you. Anyone who is saying, you know what, I'm helping someone to follow Jesus. I'm discipling could be the word we use, where we are, again, doing this great commission of making disciples. And so we're kind of raising people up in the faith. And that's where these words are super, super important. He says in Acts 20, in verse 28, his words to them are to pay careful attention to yourselves and to all the flock, in which the Holy Spirit has made you overseers to care for the church of God, which he obtained with his own blood. Okay, so if this says, like, what I'm doing, I want other people to do. Someone once asked the question, would your life and your, especially the part of, about your, and really, I'm not just saying the part, but your faith. And what I mean by that is just about how you do everything. And what is that faith? How does it expressed? And how is that faith, changing the way you do life, like the way you parent, the way you treat your wife or a husband, the way that you do your job, right? The way you study, the way you do friendships, and the way you live as a member of society, as a citizen of whatever country you're in. It's really important that you look at that, and it's really important that you take that seriously, because would people look at that and go, I want to be like that? Remember Michael Jordan ever be like, I want to be like Mike, I want to be like Mike. I just was watching a quick video with Michael Iverson, who is a 76ers. I love all my Philly sports. And Al Iverson, rather, I'm sorry, not Mike, Michael Jordan. Al Iverson was talking, he's like, I wanted to be like Mike. And Al was a great player. But he looked at the way Mike played the game, and he was like, I want to be like that. And, if people looked at me, would they say, I want to live my life, I want to be that kind of believer in Jesus, that kind of disciple, that kind of follower? It's a sobering question. It's one that I think we should ask every day. Like, Lord, help me to be the kind of person where you would send people to me to see what it looks like to follow you. That God would send people to my life, into my life, to see how I'm doing this. Because let me just tell you, the devil's going to do it if you're living a life that's far from God. But you're saying you're, right, a believer, you're a member of a church and this and that, but then maybe your conduct, your attitude and all that is maybe there's some problems there. Trust me, devil's going to gather a crowd around you so they can see what that looks like, right? To say one thing, but then to live a different way. I'm more interested. All I'm interested in is okay. Will God send people into our lives, to my life, to do life like me, to talk like I talk, to think like I think, to feel like I feel. Listen, this isn't so that we can be great and be like Michael Jordan, but that's the discipling thing. And it's exactly like parenting. Do I want to be the kind of father where my kids, my boys, are going to treat their wives the way I treat my wife? Because they're gonna. And I pray that they love her and them and honor them. and that my daughter would do the same because she sees the way I treat mom and the way mom treats me. Do you see how it works? They see the example, they see the pattern, they see the model, and they're like, yes, that's it. That's why it's important for us to look at our lives. Not to be turned in on ourselves, not to be self-centered, but to say, what's my life preaching? What's that sermon look like? What would be the content of that message to the people around me? Would it be to love and to serve, to trust in Jesus? I'm praying that's what it is, man, because he's the one that's done everything for me and for you. Bled and died on that cross, set us free, gave us life eternally. That our lives would preach that. They would say, that's important. That's what matters. You know, lean into that. Embrace him. Embrace Jesus. Praying that that's all that our lives say. Take some time today. Download the Reset, the Recenter. I've printed it out here. You don't have to print it out. You can just, one of the things I did is I downloaded it. It's a PDF, and you can just throw it into your Kindle app. Or if you have the book app on your iPhone, you can download it there. And that way you just go into the app and boom, there it is. It's like any other book that you have. And you can go through and do that. Printing, it's cool because you can write out there's some places, some spaces where you can write. But even if you're looking at it on your apps, you can write on those, I think. You know, I don't know, let me know in the comments. But either way, let that space speak to you. Even if you don't hand write it, I want you to write it in your mind, in your heart, in your soul, and say, okay, this is what I feel about that. Maybe have a conversation. That would be even better with somebody in your life, okay? So that wraps up this week. Excited for next week as we continue looking at this connected life where we're putting our devices in their place, in their rightful place where they belong, and that's not in the place of God. All right, so we'll see you next time as we again continue to embrace what God is doing in our lives. See you then.